If you want to see how I create this beautiful Arabian makeup, then keep on watching. This is part 1. Let's do my makeup. I feel like it's been a while, and I'm taking the NARS concealer part in the shade Chantilly, and this is my eye base. And today we're going to be using the Huda Beauty, the Empower palette. How stunning these are. And you know what? I think this is perfect for this look, and I'm definitely going to use that today. So a brand new one, a fresh one, and you can see I have my old one here. Look at the state of this. But you know what? I got a brand new one. So we're going to do like a gold cut crease, you know, something very like glamorous. And obviously I got my nails on too. I'm taking the shade Keep Going, and I'm going to place it as on my crease like that. I'm just going to keep packing it on and just buff it into the crease. I'm taking the shade Legacy and just place it over the crease to just give it more deeper, to give more depth to this eye crease. Now we're taking the shade Confident and just give it more depth. The more we deepen the colour, it's going to make the eye more sharp, and that's what we want. And now we're going to do a cut crease, which I'm taking the Vaseline, and you can see, look how clean. So I'm going to take a little bit of this and I'm going to carve out the crease. So I'm just place it a little bit here and place it a little bit higher than your crease, and then drag it down. Honestly, you don't need too much of this, so I'm literally just applying a little bit on, and then we're gonna wipe it. And now grab a cotton bud and just wipe the excess where you created your crease, and it will give you that clean crease without looking messy, having less layers. So yes, and see, now you have your crease. So I'm just taking this NARS concealer pot again, and I'm just gonna apply it onto the crease where I already created. So I'm just like mapping it out, so to fill it in like this. Just mix both of the gold shade from Huda Beauty palette, and this gold is absolutely stunning. I like it how it turned out. Now we're going to move on to the base. I haven't finished off the eyes yet, but I'll finish off after once I've done my base. Just taking the Skinetic makeup remover, so wipe the excess. As you can see, I prepped my skin really quick, and now we're going to move on to the base. Taking the Huda Beauty color corrector in the shade Honey, so it's just really even my under eye. And today we're going to be using the NARS Longwear foundation in the shade Santa Fe. So I use a lot of this, and it's a really nice finish. So I think that's 6 pumps is more than enough. And I'm going to spread my foundation with this, and it really gives that nice even coverage. So look at that coverage, right? And just trust the process. So I just spread my foundation, and now we're going to take the beauty blender and just going to even out and look at the finish. Look at the glow on my base right now. It melts into the skin because I prep my skin really well, and that's how I get a nice flawless base. It'll make a huge difference, okay? You know what, I'm going to try this Kiko, and this is meant to be a foundation, but I want to use it as a contour, and I think it's probably a limited edition, but I'm going to try this. Okay, let's see what colour looks like. Okay, this is more like a contour, so it looks very different how it looks. Okay, I like how creamy it is. And then the shade 8, so I don't know if you still have this. And I'm going to take a bronzer. So I'm going to take this Curve K. This is in the shade medium, so I'm going to take these colours. This is just perfect for bronzer, so I'm just going to grab this. And I had this for 3 years, so it's been a long journey with this product, and I absolutely love this. So I recommend this. Look how buttery it is, right? And it's just a nice brown. It doesn't look too orangey. This is why I always have issue when it comes to the bronzer. They just look so orange. So now we're going to blend this out with the brush and just buff it into the neck, so it just create that sharp jawline. So I'm just wondering how it's going to blend. You know what? It actually blends so nicely. It gives that grey. Can you see that? It gives that grey contour. So this might be a good colour for me. I always have issue when it comes to like contour kind of look a bit ashy. But however, blending them together, it doesn't look that bad, right? And I am using a foundation brush anyway. So whatever works for you. It doesn't really matter what brush you're using. But just get the job done. You know what, I want to try a new product again, which is from Anastasia. I just bought this yesterday, and I think that's a shade 1, which is the lighter shade, which I like a bit more brightening under eye. So it's meant to be a full coverage, so let's have a look. Okay, this is what it looks like. I love a big doe. Perfect shade. I like how you know, like it looks. I think it's just down to personal preference, but I'm just going to apply it. Okay, let me do this real quick. And I'm just going to let it sit for a couple of minutes because it just, I like the way it's set on my under eye. So I'm just going to blend the T-zone. I like to blend with my powder puff and it just gives better coverage. So like how I start from here all the way up and then just lightly just dab it in, and that gives the best coverage. So let's just keep blending and see how this turns out. You know what? It's blending so nicely. And I'm really happy how it's doing. Wow. Oh my god. This is perfect shade. It looks really light, but trust me, once you blend it, it looks fine. Oh my god. Look at that. I love it. I want to try this new blush. This is from Kiko, and this is like their Ramadan collection. I don't think they will have it right now, but the packaging is beautiful. And I just want to give it a try because I just love the colour. Okay, I think 3 is more than enough. And I like it's just not too bright. It's quite like a wearable shade. Okay, let's blend it. I didn't realise how pigmented it is. Wow. But the colour is absolutely stunning. Wow. I love this. Can you see that? Now we're going to powder this look. And I'm loving my base right now, how it blends so effortlessly. So let's powder this base. As you know, my favourite powder is always going to be the Huda Beauty Easy Bake in the shade Pound Cake. And I use it entire face. So I'm just going to take a bit of product out and into the old container. And then I just grab a powder puff. And so when you're doing your powder, don't use too much of it. I'm telling you, you don't need to do this. This is why your makeup looks cakey, because you put too much on. So what you're going to do, take the excess of that. You don't need too much, trust me. And then I still have a little bit left on there. So I'm just going to take it back up my hands and just take that excess. And this is what you should have. And press it into the skin. Less is more, trust me. And that will give you the smooth finish, giving the filter like. Just look at that. Like how it blurs before and after. Like I'm not even using the filter. I love the finish. And look how matte it looks. Now we're going to carry on and do the nose contour. I'm taking the Sephora bronzer, but I use it for my nose contour in the shade 1. Whenever I contour my nose, I always do like straight. Because I have very easy nose, straight nose. And I haven't even changed the technique when it comes to the nose contour. A lot of people ask me, like, can we have a nose contour tutorial? Like I haven't even changed anything. I just stick to the same routine and I have a very easy straight nose, and I just like make my nose more snatched. So just add some colour to it. And now look at my nose looking snatched. Let it bake. And now I'm going to take the NARS bronzer, the original, in the shade Luna. And this is a nice shade. If you have a neutral undertone, this is perfect. And then just lightly add it to the cheek. This is not a contour, it's a bronzer, okay? A bronzer meant to be warming up the face. Contour is meant to be like sculpting, so just don't get that mixed up, okay? And I like it because it's neutral, it's not too orange, and I always struggle when it comes to bronzers. It's always orange on me, so yeah. Okay, forgot to use my Huda Beauty, the pressed powder in the shade Pound Cake. I'm going to take a bit of it. I only use it under my eye because I just want more brightening. If you haven't tried it, I recommend it, actually. I wouldn't say like light or full coverage. It's definitely like a medium finish. But I just like how it just added a little bit more brightness. And yeah, better than the old one. Better than the old one. Guys, you're going to have to see the part 2 because this video is just way too long. So I'll see you in part 2.